So we are all set. We are all set to go to.
Vietnam. While we were waiting for the train at the train street, Kishore wanted to try egg coffee and finally he tried Vietnamese iconic egg coffee. It sounds unusual, but one sip later, his reaction said everything. And then, the moment everyone was waiting for, the train slowly entered the narrow street, passing unbelievably close to cafes and people. It honestly felt unreal watching it from just a few feet away. After all the excitement, it was time to hunt for Vietnamese most famous street food banh mi. Being vegetarian while traveling always comes with a little challenge, so I made sure to tell them clearly vegetarian only. No meat, no fish oil. And thankfully they understood and happily prepared just one for us.
Đó, đó, nguy hiểm khách, nguy hiểm khách, khách người ta ngồi kia.
So the next stop that we went was Ho Lo Prison at Hanoi. I guess this is how you pronounce it. Sorry if I had mispronounced. So this was one of the iconic places that we visited in Hanoi. So basically, this was a prison back then. This prison was built by French people in the late 1800s, and this was used to imprison Vietnamese people. We Once we went there, what we saw was something so horrible, and it felt very sad, and it was very bad how people were tortured back then. So French people, when they were trying to colonize Vietnamese people, this is the place where they have been put into torture. We saw a lot of cells and iron shackles. It was very very horrific to see. But you know what, when the same prison, when later Vietnamese people took over, the war happened between Vietnam and America. And when Vietnamese people got American people as a prisoners, those people, I mean, Vietnam didn't treat Americans like how they were treated by French people. So that was so different to see. I mean, there is an entire visual for you to see what how French people treated Vietnamese people. And this is where Manisha was trying to lock me down in a prison. But it was funny. But now it is funny. But see, there is no space for people who stayed here now. Maybe, yeah. But this was a small hole, small space for them to breathe. It was very 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 disheartening to see. But yeah, I mean, there was an entire documentary that they have it in this museum, where Vietnamese people didn't treat American people how they were treated by the French people. So that was so nice. So, how can we miss we being at Hanoi, and how can we miss the famous popular coffee culture? So, that's the reason why we went to one of the popular local cafes. I guess the name is Hanoi Coffee Culture. So the ambience was so beautiful, so beautiful. And we saw so many local people, we saw so many tourists across the world come here and having their coffee, and with a cozy vibe. Like, the ambience was also like purposefully made it as a cozy, and it was a vibe. And yeah, here can you see, they are brewing the coffee. It has multiple bases, so basically this is the base for multiple coffees. They do have egg coffee, iced tea, cold coffee, so many varieties they have. I even forgot half the names that they were saying, but this was the base from which they'll be making. And they had easily around 20 coffees, 20 varieties of coffees. So it was a beautiful experience. It was must try. So that's Vietnamese cold brew, mango smoothie, and banana cake.
Thank you so much for the smoothie and coffee.
Yeah, thank you so much. Have a nice day.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
So we had amazing experience. So that's it from Hanoi. So the next destination, Sapa. See you there.